Farmer Dre back at us on a beautiful day here on the farm. Today, we're gonna go ahead and build a budget fertilizer injector. Out here in the shop, we're gonna go ahead and build it up here real quick. These fertilizer injectors are fairly easy to build. The most important part of this is the Massey injector here, or their siphon injector here. And as you can see there, looking good, beautiful. Then you, of course, you need some PVC fittings. You need a, this is a 3/4 inch thread here, so you need a 90th thread in there. And of course, flat surface, you need a T, and the valve, and the ends on both sides there, and of course the PVC pipe. Got to cut up in sections to get that going. But yep, building an injector. So the shop here is kind of a mess, but you know, it gets that way this time of year. We had to come through here. Our shop isn't too big here on the farm, so all the little projects, big projects, we just kind of throw it in here, and then after so many months, it gets a pretty big disaster. But you know what? It's different. Got to clean up in a different timing. So here I'm just getting some Teflon tape so this injector here won't leak. You really don't need to do this, but since I have the Teflon tape, I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway, just a couple times. Man, I'm struggling. That is for sure. You can tell that's why I'm not a plumber. There. Awesome. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and thread these 90s in here, just like that. Just hand tight as possible. You don't gotta do it too tight. They're fairly easy to thread, and make sure the 90s are standing up like that. Make sure whenever I'm building it, of course I'm building it right to left, so it's easier to do that for me, just because that's how the water's gonna be flowing. But it doesn't really matter as long as your water's flowing perfectly. So just tighten these both up with the injector pointing down and these 90s pointing up. And if you don't tighten them perfect, well, ain't nobody gonna tell you to make sure they're lined up perfect like that, nice and straight. As you can see, perfect. Get that going. Now we're gonna go ahead and glue. Let's see here what I do last time. So I gotta cut this pipe here to make sure that it reaches. There you go. I'm gonna go ahead and glue this sucker together here on that one side. Make sure this other part's glued here on that side and get this going. So right now we are gonna go ahead and glue this thing together. I cut a PVC coupler there just to measure this. Go ahead and put the coupler in the valve there, like that. So make sure whenever you do this, make sure the T's before you cut the pipe matches up with the holes there on the 90s. That's what I went ahead and did. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue this other part here together. Put the T's together here, just like that, and make sure these T's are straight with one another. Oh shucks. Oh boy, that wasn't even glued together. Perfect. That lines up perfectly. Just glue on there nicely. Let it sit that way. Now, what you want to do is go ahead and measure these suckers right here coming down. Just like that. You can just measure them whatever length you want. I'm going to go ahead and measure them. I'll leave about 3 inches. And cut them both the same length. And then we should be good to go. So whenever you got two pieces cut, same length there, go ahead and glue these to the actual valve here. That's the first one here. Push it all the way in. Second one. Like that. Push it in. Let those dry. And now you want to go ahead and glue these pieces here on this side, this end. Like that. And then just go ahead and push this on there. And you might need to adjust this real quick a little bit right here. Like that. Perfect. And perfect. Just pushing hard. And you should be good to go. The most expensive part of this injector is the Massey injector here, the fertilizer injector here. And you can find that at Farmer Dre Supply for about 50 to 60 bucks. Link is in the description for this part right here. But everything else you can buy from Lowe's, Home Depot. You just need 1, 2 cup threaded 90s here. You need a ball valve, you need 2 90s and the male adapters for the hose to connect in, and that's it. So whenever the water comes through here, it's going to flow through straight, but whenever you're going fertilizer, you close the valve here, and that stops, puts pressure on this side, so then it's going to force the fertilizer to go through here, siphon your fertilizer through this injector, and then go out. So this is my fourth one that we're building here on the farm for our fourth high tunnel. I'm gonna go ahead and install it. This is it right here. We got a timer, and then we got the injector set up. I should have tightened that a little more, but picked it up higher. So I'm gonna do right now. I got the drill out here. At least put it straight if it's gonna be out here. Of course, we're running, that's the header line here. Timer running as long as we need. Injector, boom, straight to our header line here. Our header line goes to all the tomato plants. So then whenever I'm not out here, set the timer for an hour, run the fertilizer, I can leave, and this is a complete hands-off deal after I leave. So yeah, overall it's gonna work out pretty smooth. The tomato plants need to be staked. They were just planted last week. They've been growing. That's all that matters. Alrighty, that's gonna be it for today. Fertilizer injection is ready to go. Super easy, simple. Like I mentioned earlier, if you guys want all the supplies, go ahead and check the link down in the description box below, or go to farmerdaysupply.com. That's where you're able to find all your gardening greenhouse needs, from fertilizers to the injectors, from all of that. Go ahead and check that out. I want to say thanks for watching up to this point. If you guys haven't already, go and hit that subscribe button. Smash that like button if you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget, hit that notification icon so you guys can be notified whenever I do upload a video. I want to say thanks for watching up to this point. Y'all have a good day. We will see you next time.